I needed a little help, and I wasn't afraid to ask.
I needed a little help, and I was grateful it was there.
I needed a little help, so I reached out to the MSSA.
I needed a little help, and somebody was there for me.
I needed a little help, and someone's hand was there for me to grab.
Some guy pulls up next to me in his truck. He's like, hey, do you need any help with that?
So he gave me all these vegetables. I offered to pay him. He wouldn't take the money.
We were homeless. We didn't have a whole lot. There was times we were living out of shelters. There was a few times that we woke up in cars and whatnot.
Someone didn't take vacation and they gave it to me. It was like, how loving was somebody, unselfish to do something like that.
The help that we have received has been overwhelming. And without that, I don't think we would be the people we are today.
These people touched my life, and I will never forget what they've done.
I was glad to help because that person needed help, and I was there in the right place at the right time.
I was glad to help because I actually was able to see how big of an impact it made on someone's life.
I was glad to help because I could.
I was glad to help because she couldn't help herself.
It's important to give because it makes an impact in the world around you, whether it's big or small. It doesn't matter what that impact is. It can be something really small because that small ripple can become something greater.
A lot of people need help, and if I can fill a portion of what they need, then that makes me feel good and makes me understand better my role in this world.
It's so simple to help. It can be a gesture, it could be a smile, it could be eye contact in the middle of a day when you're running from one meeting to the next.
Little things, giving someone a smile, I think that those things are very important.
I like those quiet, I call them random acts of kindness that we do, and I just think we do it quite well. And I think it's part of our culture, and I think it's part of what makes Deluxe a great group of people and honestly a great company.
Some days we all need help from someone. Some days we are the helping ones. We are tied together closer than we think, bound to each other link by link. Then out of the dark to the light, we live united, and out of the darkness we take flight to live united.
That's what we're here for. And I guess from my vantage point, we all have so many gifts that we've been given, and to give some of those back to others is what we're all here to do.
Just a little gesture kind of reminds you that we're all human, and we're all very different, but we're all human. And we all need to take care of one another because it all comes back.
This campaign is all about connection and about caring and about community. And we, by connecting with one another, make a huge difference in the world.
Being united is looking at one another and reaching out that hand when it needs to be given, and asking for help when you need it as well, and knowing that it will be there in the long run.
It is so important to give because you don't know. You never understand the scale and magnitude of what one small act of kindness can do. That you just should never be afraid to reach out and give a helping hand.
I was glad to help because I know what it feels like to be on the other end.
I was glad to help because I knew it made a difference in their life and it was going to make their life better.
I was glad to help because it's how I was raised.
I was glad to help because in my own way, I could help make the world a better place.
I was glad to help because it gave me an opportunity to see what I'm capable of doing.
I was glad to help because I knew it was going to make a positive difference in someone else's life.
I was glad to help because I know how deep one small act of kindness can go.
I was glad to help because I was able to make another person smile.
It's just what we do. We do the right thing, it's just what we do.